been a long time. I shouldn't have let you. But I don't beat to step 2. Hello, beautiful people. Lana here, and welcome back to my channel. As I said, it's been a long time, but I'm excited to start with these YouTube videos again. So, we got a Bling video coming up for you guys. Really quickly, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll get started shortly. So I've been wanting to do a bling video for a while, so I'm glad I finally got the opportunity. The base we're starting off with is just something light and shimmery. When I'm doing just full bling, I like the background to be glitter. So I ran out of my gem gel, which is typically what I use, but I like to combine the two. So I always start off with the top coat, and then I will add both gem gel and jewelry glue, and you can get it at Michael's. It's not a particular brand, and that is what I use to get my stones to stay in place. So I've top coated without curing, and I do that because I like to cure once my gems are in place. It's just like an extra security blanket that they don't go anywhere. When I place my glue, I don't put it all over the nail. Just I work in small sections so that it doesn't dry, and I can make sure that the gems I'm putting down, the Swarovskis that I'm putting down, aren't going to go anywhere. I'm using Paradise, Arum, and ABs for this set, and I didn't have a particular design in mind, though sometimes I'll just kind of like Google some if I need a reference photo, some like cool art with like Swarovskis on it, right? Or cool stones and things like that. But for this, I kind of was just going off whatever was in my head. So when I'm working with shapes, I kind of like to place those down first so that I have an idea of what sizes for the other crystals that I'm using, you know, which ones I'll need to kind of go and fill in that space. I like everything to be pretty tight when I'm doing full bling. And bling in general, you know, I like how aesthetically pleasing it looks. And really quick disclaimer per usual, we're going to ignore my nails, okay? One of these days, I'm gonna record a stream of YouTube videos for you guys. And you know, all my nails are gonna be done and nobody's gonna be able to judge me, okay? So now that I have my initial shape, I'm going to start to fill around it. I kind of wanted it to be kind of like a target, but not so much. But as far as like, I don't like a lot of the same colors touching, if that makes sense. For example, the teardrop is an AB, and then I went around with Paradise, and then afterwards I'm going to add some Arum in there. I think that's how you say it. Arum, whatever. I'm a nail technician. Don't judge me. Okay, I don't know. So I'm working my way down, kind of following the initial base shape that I kind of layered out, and still going along with the same like color scheme. You see the bigger AB, I think that was like size 14 or 16. I know they changed them, or at least I heard they changed the number, so I'm not sure, but it's either 14 or 16. And I'm just laying out some Arum, the gold. I'm just gonna say the gold. What's that, Dorado? Whatever. Anyway, lay that down, and then some more Paradise, and just kind of like pick and choose, you know, create my own design. So that's what I did for this, like I said prior. Bling videos are super satisfying to look at. I love to see everybody's different process, so I kind of wanted to share a little bit of mine. So from here, I'm just going to continue to work my way down. Not touching the perimeters yet, but just continuing working my way down and putting stones wherever I see fit. So I'm pretty much finished now. I'm just going to go and fill in a little bit around the perimeter. I do not place my stones directly like on the sides. I kind of work on top of the nail, if that makes sense. So then that way it doesn't like change the shape and they don't look too bulky. I don't like when I apply stones, or I don't like to apply stones and for them to be on the nail and all of a sudden the nail looks like fatter or bulkier than the actual, acrylic enhancement. So that's why I work that way. That's totally my preference. I just want to make sure my stiletto still looks like a stiletto. Like when you add gel polish, like especially as a beginner, and like our shape, if it was like a coffin, for instance, like it's kind of like rounded out now from polish. Like I try to keep the same thing from happening when I'm applying porosity. Alright, so from here I'm going to take my Valentino non-white top coat and I am going to cap the sides. I have not cured anything yet, okay? I'm just capping the sides of the stone since I'm not adding anything else, and I'm done. And from then I'll go ahead and cure them. Alright, so that one's cured, and then I move on to the next finger. My process is pretty much the same. I don't really deviate from it. So you see I'm adding the top coat, and then from there I'll add the jewelry glue or gem gel, whichever I have handy, and work in small sections. For this set, I wanted all the nails to be the same. So I kind of like bounce back and forth so I can make sure that I'm placing at least the initial crystals in the same area, like the teardrop, and like my base almost is kind of the same. I know the thumb's it's the biggest fingernail, so it's larger than the rest, so I kind of have to tweak it a little bit, but I want to follow like the same color scheme and everything else. So that's what I did for this set. The first nail is done, and I have a better idea of what I want to do. I was able to, move a little bit quicker and work all the way down the center first and then fill in around it. So that's probably the only thing that changed as far as like how I started, but I have the thumb as a reference now, so I can kind of just go back and forth like I said. It makes things a little bit easier when you know what you're doing and the steps you want to take. So as you see me filling in the sides, I want to mention that the sizes that I use for these stones range from 3 to 20, I believe. And I like to have the smaller ones because, like I said, I like for the stonework to be tight, so I like to be able to fill in the little gaps here and there. So I only blinged out one hand, and I want to say it took me about 30-45 minutes or so, you know, with the talking and the kind of stopping, and initially like the first finger trying to like come up with an idea in my head. But timing wasn't that bad, especially for this length. I never timed myself before. I just kind of go with the flow. But yeah, I was pretty proud of like the timing that I had on these and just the way that they looked overall. So I'm just gonna repeat the process for the next few nails. And yeah. My last bit of advice for this would just be to, like, you know, work by section by section, and, you know, take your time. As all things we do as far as art goes, I don't feel like we should rush, and we should just let our creative juices flow and, you know, just create magic. So I hope you guys continue to enjoy this video, and I hope you guys learned something as well. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's still fun to watch, you know, hashtag oddly satisfying or whatever. and gentlemen, all right, that was my blinged out video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is just another look under some different lighting. Yes, super satisfied with these. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys soon.